Welcome back, Magnus, to another Magnus Answers. The god that wields the Dark Mjolnir has returned to answer your question as the Magnus movement marches forward to 1 million subscribers. Now, this message comes from a girl named Kat. Now, what I want to do is primarily focus on the question about long-distance relationships. But she asked me a couple other questions that I routinely answer a lot in my Magnus Answers videos. So I'm going to zip through them real quick. You asked about how to deal with the negative and racist people in your life. You're going to have to tune them out and ignore them. Just like getting made fun of or ridiculed at school. Just ignore it. Keep it rolling like water off a duck's back. Go to tapping.com, learn EFT like I've told y'all thousands of times to deal with negative energy and negative feelings. That'll help wash it all away, okay? And your mom is really strict and doesn't want you dating. Well, I know, but you're dating him anyway, right? So if you've been dating the guy anyway, you know, y'all don't really need to know the rest of the email because it's stuff that you've all heard on my videos before. But I don't think I've ever tackled long-distance relationships before. So what do I feel about long-distance relationships? I think that long-distance relationships can really work. I think absence makes you fonder of a person. I think that that distance, because you're not around the person all the time, you truly get to know the person's personality. You're not caught up with sex. You're not... you know, you don't have that glazed over, you know, mental image of the person because you've had sex in the first week or two or first few days with some of you motherfuckers out there. You know, because once it becomes sexual, your thinking changes. You really want to get to know a person before you have sex with them. Okay, because sex clouds the memory. So I think that, I'm not the memory, the mind. So I think that that's one great thing about long distance relationships. It's like, okay, I really got to get to know this person. And I had a couple long distance relationships, which actually weren't too bad. I met one girl like years later, like way after, you know, I had talked to her, but it was really cool and refreshing to finally meet her. And she told me the guy's 17 hours away. What you said, 17? Yeah, 17 hours away. God damn. But if it's worth it, it's worth it. Where there's a will, there is a way. Either you gonna move over there or he's gonna move over here to you. Wherever it is that you are, wherever here is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people use distance as an excuse. Like, I knew a guy who lived, I think he lived like an hour and a half from his girlfriend. They got married, happily married, you know, everything's great. But my whole thing, sometimes people are like, oh, well, you're all the way over there, I'm all the way over here. But, I mean, if you really get along with this person and are attracted to this person, and this person is just the light of your life, and you just, I mean, they're the greatest thing since folk and sliced bread. And, I mean, no one else in your life makes you feel this way. Why not make a trip to see each other if it's really going to be, I'm talking about the real long distance relationships, like, well 17 hours, hey, it don't get no, you know, I mean, fuck, it's like a 10-hour flight to Europe, right? So, I mean, y'all live far, far apart. I think I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen each other or not. You know, you said you have a lot of feelings for the guy, but the point is you need to make it a point to eventually see each other. Because it's going to be nothing but pain and anguish not being able to see each other. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people have very good patience. They have a very high threshold for patience. So, you know, the pain dealt with when you can't see someone. So, I have a very high threshold for with patience, the pain associated with not being in someone's presence. I even had issues sometimes with Sarah where, like, I would, you know, I'd be really focused on work and I hadn't seen her in maybe a week, and She's like, you haven't seen me in a week, you don't even care. No, it's not that I don't care. Just I have a high threshold for patience. I mean, for the pain, see, I keep saying it wrong. For the pain associated with not being in someone's vicinity. And I have high amount of patience. So, like, you know, just because I don't see you don't mean I don't care. Oh, no, I definitely care. But I know that I'm, working, I'm building a great future for us and stuff like that. And that I know that when I finally see you, it's going to be great. You know what I mean? Like that time away makes me grow fonder of you. That's how I feel about things like that. So if I had a long distance relationship and I truly felt that the person was worth my time, I'm going to make an effort, or, you know, if it's the other way around, if they make an effort to come see me or I come see them and it works out, then it works out. You know, I'm not going to throw away someone just because they live 17 hours away. I'm not. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, people complain and complain. I'm never going to find anybody, never going to find anybody. And then they'll find somebody that they have a spark with that lives 17 hours away. And then they're like, oh, but it's long distance relationships never work out. They buy into the old adage and cliche. No, they sometimes do work out. Do most of them not? I don't know the percentages. I would say since most people are half empty rather than half full, most relationships that are long distance probably do fail. But I'm more of a positive person. So if I was in a long distance relationship, I know in my heart that if it's meant to work out and I feel good about it, it's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen. So that's the way I feel about long distance relationships. If you truly feel that this person may be the one for you, why not put forth a little bit of extra, what do they call that, a brain fart? A senior moment? Why not put forth a little bit of extra effort, okay? Stay in contact on the phone, Skype with each other so you can see each other. Hell, some of y'all might get freaky because you can't see each other and indulge in a session of mutual masturbation on Skype. But I ain't trying to give you freaky ideas. I'm just saying that may be a way for you to get your fix without actually being able to to touch each other. But put forth some, you know, what was funny? I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I was on a website, you know, I like a plethora of different types of women. So there was a website called interracialmatcher.com. If y'all go on there, my old profile is probably still on there. I don't know what the hell it said now, but I know it said something like, I'm looking for a sexy, sophisticated, intelligent woman with a great sense of humor. I forgot. Anyway, so the point is, there was a woman that I met on there, and she lived in like Utah, and she says to me, and it's kind of funny, I used it as an excuse to kind of not talk to her because she started emailing me and messaging me, and I wanted to kind of let her down nicely. And she says to me, hey, you know, what's up, whatever. And I'm like, oh man, you're all the way out in Utah. That'll never work. Knowing in my head that, yeah, I could make it work if I wanted to. And she says, well, what's so hard about that? We start talking, we get to know each other, we fall in love, and then we come to see each other. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. Her personality, she had a positive mindset, even though I was being negative because I wasn't interested. If I was positive, I would be like, I wouldn't even say anything about how far she lives. You get what I'm saying? You understand? So where there is a will, there is a way. If you believe it'll work itself out. 1 million subscribers. Woo!